There is a small but loud group that are really raising objections. So they're saying that these are fact changing. That I'm saying there's fact changing going on. Well, there is fact changing going on. So take for example in Mark, you have Jesus' disciples. They're debating amongst themselves, saying, which one of us is the greatest? They're debating, arguing about it. And then later on, Jesus speaks to them and says, hey, what were you fellows debating about along the way? And they're embarrassed, so they don't answer and they're quiet. Well, in Matthew's gospel, he just narrates the disciples coming right up to Jesus and saying, hey, Jesus, which one of us is the greatest? Well, Matthew, I think, is doing what he does in multiple occasions throughout his gospel. He is simplifying in order to make his, the point more clearly, or just to say it more simply. So, on another occasion, you have Mark, when Jesus commissions his disciples and sends them out. So he chooses them, commissions them, sends them out, and he says, look, don't take this or that, but you can take a staff and you can take your sandals. But when Matthew reports it, again, he simplifies. Same context, he's commissioned his disciples, and he sends them out, and he says, don't take this, that, this or that, and don't take a staff and don't take your sandals. Well, it seems that Matthew has changed this. Now, some people try to harmonize it. Don't take an additional staff or don't take an extra pair of sandals, but that's not what the text says. And since Matthew simplifies elsewhere, it seems that he's doing that here too. And I think he's doing it simply to make the point more clearly that the disciples of Jesus, he's telling them, trust God for everything.
There are two kinds of people in this world. Those who subscribe to my YouTube channel, winners, good people, and those dirtbags who don't. Which one are you?
And as I explained in the book, you have Theon, who is a first century rhetorician. He's teaching people who already know how to write. He's teaching them how to write well, and he gives them various exercises, some with paraphrase. And one of the means of paraphrases, he says, is you can state things more clearly. So I think that's what Matthew's doing here. But in doing so, he's actually changing facts. Now, it's minor. They're surface contradictions, but the meaning is still the same. And Michael, finally, I just say, we make a lot of these same maneuvers in our everyday, ordinary conversations, be they oral or email. We are not intending to deceive someone or invent something, nor do we think we are doing so. So I think the objection comes from people who have just a very wooden view of, let's say, truth-telling, and how it should be, and what they find it difficult to do without really doing hermeneutical gymnastics and just strained type of harmonization. I mean, that's what they do. In rejecting, they just, no, the biblical authors wouldn't do that. That would be falsities. That would be changing the facts. That would be, just taboo stuff. They wouldn't do that, but we do it. And there's no and this kind of stuff was prescribed in the compositional textbooks. And so when you read the gospel authors through the lens of that, these differences just kind of melt away. You can understand why they're there.